If you're tired of creating the same old sounding beats and you want to elevate your skills as a music producer, the wait is over. I give you the game you've been waiting on. Listening to different genres of music has made a tremendous impact in my production skills and in my career. Yep, I've benefited from studying other genres of music. And today I have 3 gems I'll share with you today of how I done this. Turn up the volume. Check out this episode. Let's go. I got you. Welcome to another episode of Platinum Lyrics and Beats Podcast. I'm your host, Trey Boy. I teach aspiring music producers how to create and sell dope beats online without the confusion and frustration of wondering where to start. On Platinum Lyrics and Beats, we look to assist you in getting started in your music production career and help you make some life-changing music and money. Cheese, cheddar, whatever you call it, man. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. Every week, man, we coming on. Thank you guys for the comments, for sharing your thoughts, on Apple Podcasts, on YouTube. This helps us rank high in the music podcast world, and it supports the channel so we can continue to bring you valuable gems on music production. And basically, all around, music and music production, engineering, and as an artist, all of this, we do all of this to help, those different areas of music, right? All right, we really appreciate it. Today, we're discussing the benefits of listening to multiple genres of music, right? Before we jump into that, I have a gift for you, right? As I share with you every week, the Producer's Blueprint. It has everything you need to get started. I'll show you the equipment you need to start producing beats, how to create beats from scratch, and how to connect with your fans so you can start selling your beats online and make money from doing so. Watching the Blueprint will save you time, money, and frustration. It's less than 30 minutes long. It's not long at all, man. We waste 30 minutes just scrolling on our phones, all right? And most of all, it's free, right? It's free. If you're on your favorite podcast app or you're on YouTube, go to the descriptions below or go directly to aspireproducerslab.com and I'll give you the whole game, A to Z. Let's jump into how listening to multiple music genres will raise your production skills as a music producer or artist or even an engineer, right? When producers are not making music, the next best thing we should be doing is listening to music, right? Different styles of music. Doing this will enhance our skills because every genre has its own way of being played, has its own style, has its own unique way of being produced. Like many different instruments, different intros, different textures of sounds, on and on. We pick up tips while we study other genres, all right? Let's get to it. Listening to different styles of music provides inspiration and adds new ideas. 2 things happen when you listen to music for inspiration. You discover new tricks and ideas that you can apply in your own music, and you feel driven to create. All right? Ever listen to a melody in a song you never heard before and it catches your attention? That's magical, right? Sometimes I even listen to the riffs of a jazz song and try to capture the off-rhythm beat that's in the background. When you listen to songs and different music and different genres, you're going to pick up skills and tools that you can implement in your own, beats and music. Or sometimes I listen to salsa music and let the horn section take the lead in my mind, right? So as a producer, we have the ability to listen to different sounds in the music, even though the average listener, that they're putting everything in one pot. But as a music producer, we can take certain sounds and certain rhythms and certain instruments, and we can separate the sounds from the rest of the track. And that one sound would just stand out, in our ears, right? I bring all of that energy into hip hop and R&B and pop music because that's what I produce, right? That's what I produce mainly. I bring all of that energy, those different ideas in those genres of music. Stacking these tools make me a unique music producer. That means if I'm making a song, my track, even if I use the same melody as another producer, my track is going to sound totally different because of my background in music and the music that I listen to that basically enhances the sound of my production, right? It's an influence to my style of production. And then check this out. I'm stacking all of these tools together to make a unique sound. And if I mix all of that with some soulful gospel sounds, game over, right? I learned that from Pimp C. Back in the day, one of UGK's top songs, hits was Front, Back, Side to Side, right? Pimp C was the master at mending hip hop and gospel soul and blues styles of music together, blending it all together, making like some real good gumbo, man. Like making some real good soulful music, right? It had that hip hop sound, but it had the soul to it, right? Puffy also was a good is a good example of a producer that did that. You have to put the soul in your music, even in jazz and salsa, right? If you put soul in anything, it's gonna touch. So I grew up listening to a lot of UGK, Ant Banks, Too Short. Man, I was a fan of Puffy's music as well. He had to talk Biggie into putting some of the soul into his music when he was rapping. Biggie was like, man, what's that? Puffy was like, man, just trust me. We have to put this in this music. Even on Juicy, it's that the soulful vocals in the background on the chorus just brought the song out. And you had that hip hop and that soul in there. You can't miss with that. That's why hip hop and R&B does so well, right? But yeah, I learned a lot of that putting that soul in my beats and my tracks from Pimp C, UGK, man. I've been listening to them for years. Rest in peace, Pimp. All right. Number 2, you'll learn different ways of approaching music production. When you listen to different genres, you will learn different ways of approaching music production. Every music producer has his or her own way of producing and approaching creating music. All right. Doing it the same way over and over again it can make you stagnant as a music producer. It can hinder your ability to grow and develop your sound. Listening to different genres will give you a unique angle when choosing your intro, your verse, or even the key you record in. Ever heard a recording artist named Kim Burrell? Well, she's a gospel recording artist, but in the gospel world, we know her for also being influenced heavily with jazz. All right, she sings gospel, but she's influenced by a lot of jazz, man. If I'm not mistaken, her father exposed her to jazz when she was younger growing up. And you can hear how she approached gospel music. It's not so traditional, but it's modernized by the unique mixture of gospel and jazz. When you listen to a wide range of songs and music, your ideas are so much more interesting because of what you let penetrate your ears, right? You may start with one idea, but because you have experienced the production of other dope genres, I mean, let's just be real. Just because you're producing one genre of music, there are other co-musicians out there, man, that you can learn a lot from when you start producing these different ideas and you have experience in, production and other dope genres. You can think outside the box when you create your masterpiece because you're influenced by other, types of music. That's dope, right? Use all of these. You can use all of these for tools to make you a unique music producer. Okay, last but not least, number 3, listening to different genres help producers solve problems. What, Trey boy? Producers have problems when creating music? Yes, we sure do. Problems like not being able to get our drums to sound a certain way, or coming up with different melodies, or getting music to the level to where it is radio ready. All we have to do is listen to music that's on that level to where we're trying to get. The shakers and salsa music that stands out tremendously. You can hear them and how they're pan to the left and the right and how they're swaying. The bass line in hip hop hits on every drop. The bass line, the 808s, how they form and raise the track and how the drops come in. All right, the piano in jazz sits softly in the corner on the side of a mix where it stands out above all the instruments. You wondering, how do they do that? While you listening to it, you're studying it, you can implement that, put that into your own music, right? The chords in the R&B that have that groovy, soulful feel that gives you a warm, fuzzy feeling inside. Those chords, the way they're coming together. I can go on and on. Each genre has their own unique sounds. And if you put them all together as a music producer, you will develop your own unique sound as well. And no one else will sound like you because you are influenced by certain music, by your own, background in music, the music that you have studied. Solving another problem, differentiating yourself from other producers. Why? Because you took the time to study other genres of music and took tips and tools from each song you listen to, like we just discussed. Listen to different styles of music because they will provide inspiration and add new ideas. Study and learn different ways of approaching music so you can widen your production skills. And lastly, use other genres to solve problems you will encounter time to time in your music production career. But look, maybe you haven't even purchased any music production equipment. You just listening to me today and you saying to yourself, I believe I can do this. I see myself doing this, making music. I have music playing in my head all the time. I have beats playing in my head all the time. I listen to different genres of music. Music inspires me to create too. If you don't know where to start in becoming a music producer and you want to start producing beats, I created the Producer's Blueprint just for you. Just go to AspireProducersLab.com and I'll give you the whole game A to Z. And most importantly, I'll show you how to create a beat from scratch, right? I'll show you how to get your beats out there so you can sell them online. Just check out Aspire Producers Lab. I got you. That's it for today, friends. Thank you for listening and supporting our channel. To all the dope music producers out there, keep producing life-changing music. To all the aspiring music producers, go out there and put in that work. Join us in changing the world one beat at a time. Subscribe to see the next valuable video. Comment below if you have any questions or tips you would like to share with aspiring music producers. I pray this will inspire you to get started in your music production career and make some life-changing music and money. Have an amazing day. Let's get that work. I'll see you next week. It's Trey Boy. I'm out. Peace.